Hi, today I'm going to be talking about my addition to the Favorite Places app. So, something that I noticed when we were creating the method that allowed new users to add their own requests of their own favorite places was that there was no filter of sorts to go through the descriptions to make sure that they were appropriate. Of course, there's a lot of things that you can do to see if a description is appropriate. I mainly wanted to focus on swear words. So, what I first did was I created this private final list of strings called swear words. And of course, I don't want to write every swear word, and there's a lot of them. So I just did like generally used ones in this list. How I figured out how to just add these to the list is I just looked up this basic syntax, and instead of using an integer, of course, I'm using strings, and then instead of an array list, it's just a list. And I went through and just like they have like adding, I used just adding the swear word. I was kind of getting my ideas from this also because this is from GitHub and it's like a simple profanity filter. Of course, this is a lot more in depth than mine because they even go through like if people use letters for swear words, I mean numbers or characters for swear words, it will find it. But I just want to have like a lower version of that, which just goes through general swear words. So after I created this final list, I then went back down to our request method. So like before, we just go through to make sure that the requests are correct in our JSON. And then after that, I took the string description and made it equal to the object request.getDescription, which is similar to what I did up here to make sure that it wasn't null or didn't have zero length. And then I set a new string to the description and I trimmed it and I did all lowercase. So a challenge that I came across when doing this was I could create it will go through this description and it won't find swear words that have like periods or commas right next to them because that's not considered to be one of the swear words that I added in this part because I don't have any commas or periods. So I remember doing this earlier in places in our Android Studio. And it's a little different, of course, but I use the same replace all template in this new, and right here, this is the same thing as I did in here because it's going through each punctuation and turning it into a space. So after I figured out that, I did have to redo things around because of course, this is going from this whole method place when I'm just looking at, I've already created my variable here, description. So once I did that, I made a new string split words, which is split the description into where there's space. And so then after that, I create a for loop where if there is a swear word in one of the descriptions, it will then throw a bad request. And so the user will get that that their description is not be able to use. I could additionally also add on to this, like something will pop up and say you have to use appropriate language. Of course, there's also a lot of other things you can go through to make sure that the description's appropriate, but this is just like my base case that I wanted to start with. I did want to show that I did commit everything. This is the last thing I committed. There's no changes. So everything is committed to GitHub. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to do like a slight improvement to make sure that the app was slightly more family friendly. And it's something that I thought of in the beginning when we were creating the request in the first place. So thank you so much. That is my addition to the fair place method. So thank you.